Right. Happy Wednesday, everyone. And we're going to get into some pre-market prep here in a bit. Let's just make sure that I'm sharing my screen on the Discord too, and then we'll get going. Good to have you on, Assad. We'll get the others on here. Guys should join as well on socials. We'll walk through a bit of the stuff that I am seeing this week, and we'll have seen this week and today as well. Let's go like this. Start the event in Discord. So just had some technical issues in the background. Should be able to see my screen now. Give me a thumbs up if you can see my screen. There you go. Morning. Perfect. Okay. Okay, so let's get into it at the moment. We can see overnight markets are moving higher, right? So pre-market here, we got all of Mag 7 up except Meta. Yes, traded high yesterday. So yesterday I had a good New York session, but a poor London session. I've actually just decided I'm not going to be trading London going forward anymore. Rather just spend time away from the desk with my family. And that's what kind of stuffed me up yesterday. We can actually go like this. We can bring up my month. I can speak what I've done well, speak about what I've done this week, and then also what I am seeing on the charts this morning. Anyone got any questions? How's your guys' week been? What's up, Tony? Flynn, Hoa, can see you guys all in there. So let's bring up this month like this. So a bit of a back and forth month the last couple of days for me here. You can see I started in a bit of drawdown, and then yesterday had a poor London session. I was down 12 grand across my accounts, and then picked it back up in the New York session. So again, just been a little bit of an up and down. I'm still green on the month, 15K, but yeah, just been a little bit up and down for me the last couple of days, and just need lock in. I think that London session was kind of just messing me up to start the day. Just waking up not after being late up for the New York session, being in South Africa, right? So yeah, okay, cool. Let's get into a little bit of charts here. And we can see I've got some levels here on ES that I am watching. We continue to rally above New York session yesterday. So let's get that New York session opening range report up. We dropped down on the open quite heavily. Okay, we had quite a big drop. What was that drop on the open from the open to the down? Was 50 points. I mean, ranges are moving pretty big right now. So my thought process is just lowering the size or widening the stops to give you that extra room to kind of breathe. And then we got back above that daily VWAP, right? So we drop out at the open, we get back above that daily VWAP, and I took the longs on YM because yesterday, the first hour's opening candle continuation report on ES and NQ was bearish, whereas YM was actually trading higher. Let's go over my levels here on ES. I have longs above 780 that I still like. Longs above 780 or shorts below that, and then longs in continuation above that pre-market highs. We are trading above the previous day's range at the moment. So we can see that previous day's range report. So let's just go to this previous day's range. On ES, we can actually see that on ES from let's go to the daily time frame, the daily session report. We can actually see that if we do trade above that previous day's range in the last 6 months, 68% of the time we close as a bullish closing day, and vice versa for the shorts, 58% of the time. Now we can also look in the last 2 years. Okay, let's have a look in the last 2 years. Okay, 70 and 65. So pretty good opportunities there. Now, what I was speaking about yesterday, if you go to this edgeful screener and you select all over here on the left-hand side, you guys can see my screen on Discord. Just give me a thumbs up over in the chat if you can see my screen on Discord. But if you select daily bias and all, the tickers over here, okay, perfect. You can see it. Brilliant. You can actually see this opening candle continuation was actually printing bearish for my futures tickers in NQ and ES, but YM was actually trading higher yesterday. And this is a great thing to actually have on while you're trading. I like having it on while I'm trading. So especially after that first hour, I can see what most of the Mag 7 stocks are doing all in one, right? With the RB and the opening candle continuation report. And we can actually go to that ES. Okay, let's go to that opening candle continuation report and what I was actually showing you. Well, let's go to YM because I traded that yesterday and I can speak about my trade there. Okay, let's let it load. We can actually see on YM that, let's go to YM. There we go. Let's make sure we got the New York time on. Okay, we can actually see on YM that in the last 2 years, if that first hour is bullish, that 73% of the time we're going to close as a bullish closing day in the last 2 years. Now, last 6 months, or even year to date, so 6 months, we can see that 74 and 70. So pretty good statistics there. So let's go through my trade on YM yesterday, actually, so I can go over my notes from yesterday where I ended down. Okay. And I share my P&L in the chat at the end of every single day, or most days at least, win or lose. So as you can see, I took a little bit of a knock on that DAX. And as you can see, I was in at 273, out at 169. So 100-point loss over there. Should have maybe cut it earlier, but I had my stop. I walked away and it took me out. And then I took these YM longs and then the TSLA longs on the New York session. So the London session stuffed me yesterday. But you can see on YM, we rip at the open, we come back down, reclaim VWAP, and that's where I actually take my longs, okay? And I got out at opening range high. We continue soaring, but that's all good for me. So on those YM, I was in at 46,577. These are CFD pricing. So it's not always going to match up to the chart. You know, CFDs have their own pricing. And out at 749. So 180 points, 70 points, give or take there. And Tesla, I was in at 411.81 and out at 413.51. Trading off the opening range low, back above that daily VWAP towards the opening range high. So those are my two trades in the New York session that I took yesterday. We'll see what today presents. How's your guys' week been? How's your week been? Anyone in the chat want to give a little bit of an update of their week? But this is what I'm watching on ES, these levels over here. In terms of news, okay, we do have some news, I believe, on the cards in the next 12 minutes. Unemployment claims on the USD, and then tomorrow is Thanksgiving, and then Friday is a shorter day. Friday is a shorter day due to the Thanksgiving holiday. So just keep that in mind as well. Any thoughts, any questions in the chat? So obviously, as I said, stocks are trading green here. Pre-market, we got Robinhood actually up 4%. Pre-market, Palantir up as well, just on the stocks on the broader watch list. So Robinhood trading up 4%. That's pretty big. And something just to note, if you go to ES on a daily time frame, we have kind of reclaimed. Remember on Thursday last week, we had that massive down day where we traded high and then completely reversed. That was a 3% from top wick to the bottom, 3.5%. We're actually trading above that level at the moment. So that's interesting. We have reclaimed almost 4% of those lows. At the moment on ES, we're still trading at 2% of all-time highs. But that last week, Thursday, we are actually trading where we dumped off. I mean, on ES, we absolutely tanked we closed on the lows down 200 points. We actually have reclaimed. We're trading above that level actually that we were, which was 791. We're trading 6801 at the moment. Made some, lost some, and one even prop and personal. Nice. Yeah, I'm trading prop and personal. I think it's good to balance them out like that for sure. How to handle double break on QQQ. Yeah, so the double break on QQQ, how I always see it is I trade in line with that opening range. Okay, breakout. So QQQ is NASDAQ. Yesterday, I think, yeah, we did get a double break yesterday. I've been speaking about this when Andre and I do our live streams. We stream live. I stream live every single day in my own live trading room, and then Mondays and Fridays with Andre on edgeful, on the edgeful socials. But basically, I've just been waiting more patiently. Like yesterday, I waited more patiently. We dropped down at the open, and then I got the longs on the reclaim of VWAP back towards the highs. So I think just sitting and being patient and watching price action, also letting that first hour come and develop before looking to take positions on that double break. Okay, so that is definitely one thing that you can be a little bit more patient on, is just waiting for your entries. I would be what I am seeing at the moment just on ES and NQ just at the minute is that off these pre-market levels, these pre-market highs, we are making now potential lower highs. So we could possibly see a drop. If it clears this level of 780, I could see us coming down even further. But obviously, we're just going to have to wait and see what the open brings. We do have that news in 8 minutes right now. So we'll see what happens from there. And we'll stay on for that. Any other thoughts or questions? Any questions on any of the edgeful data at the moment? As I said, I think the big one right now is just waiting for that first hour to play out. Again, like we do have, you got to think smart about where we're at the moment. We've got Thanksgiving tomorrow, so no trading. The stock market is closed tomorrow, and then it is a shorter day on Friday. So in saying that, we want to be a little bit more picky in our spots at the minute. Okay. You don't want to just jump into the first position that you do see. That's how also I would handle that double break on the indexes or QQQ, right? Or SPA if you're trading options. So definitely could be a potential lower higher, but yeah, stocks are trading green coming to the open. Tesla trading higher. NVDA was down 4% yesterday pre-market, and then we kind of just rallied. Yeah, Tesla from yesterday, we were actually down coming into the open. Yeah, at one stage we were down 5%, and then we rallied to close on the highs during the regular market hours. We are trading above that level of 178 at the moment. And yeah, NVIDIA off the highs as well. We are still trading 18% of all-time highs on NVIDIA. Any questions in the live chat here that we can maybe go over as well? See if we got a couple of articles to cover as well. Let's see over here on CNBC what they are talking about at the minute. Let's go over that. See anything that they are bringing up here? Let's have a look. Five things to know before the stock market opens. Let's have a look. Alphabet hits record highs, buries AI concerns, Ukraine peace plan, and more in the morning squawk. NVIDIA enters the chat. Shares of NVIDIA and Alphabet have diverged in recent days as the latter steps into the artificial intelligence spotlight with some market watchers. Okay, so basically Alphabet trading higher, NVIDIA being trading lower. The stock market's recovery rally continued yesterday. This time the Dow Jones led the charge, and that's what I traded. Remember, it's quite interesting, as I said. That's why the reason I traded YM yesterday was because the first hour's candle printed bullish, whereas ES and NQ printed as a first hour candle closing as a down, bearish first hour, right? And then, yeah, bad, but whatever. Homeowners are yanking for sale signs after the odds, unusually high rate. Interesting. Okay, so it's interesting. Warren Buffett bought Google, and we obviously, we're reaching a record highs. It's trading above 320 at the moment. Yeah, just soaring from those April lows to now we're actually up 100%, over 100%. Okay, so that's why I traded, as I said, YM yesterday compared to ES and NQ. Pretty simple there, just the first hour printing as a bullish closing first hour. But we'll see what we do get on the charts today. As I said, I got my levels on ES that I'm watching. NQ pretty much the same. Okay, so ES pretty much the same. As long as we hold above 25K at the moment, 25,100, I'm still going to be looking for longs. And then I do want to see how we do react at those pre-market highs, if that is going to be pre-market highs. We've got news now in 4 minutes as well. See if there's anything else on CNBC that we can have a look at here. What are some of the things that you guys have been struggling with this week so far in your day trading? Or any things that you're struggling with at the moment? For me, as I said, I've been speaking about it quite a lot with Andre on stream, just being more patient and waiting for my actual setups to present. These stocks, well liked by analysts, have not panned out in 2025. Let's have a look here. Bar-rated stocks that saw their shares, earnings, income fall in 2025. Interesting. Yeah, Nike, UPS, GoDaddy, Delta. Yeah, quite a few. I did read an article though. Where was it? Yeah, as well yesterday on Twitter that, where was it? Let's get it up here. Here we go. Here was it? Yeah. There are 57 names with market caps over $200 billion. There are only 7 red ones year to date. A few surprising names. Yeah, Home Depot. So, yeah, interesting. I've been crushing it this week. That's great to hear. What have you been trading, Mondi? That's great to hear. I think if you came in with a long bias this week, you would have definitely crushed it. Again, like what's been nailing me this week has been just that London session. Jeez, I need to just stay focused on me trading in the New York session, and I would have been up quite nicely for Monday and Tuesday. Monday I had a great day. And then I traded Robinhood. As you saw live, I traded them live on stream. You can go rewatch those stream replays on my channel or on the Edgeful channel. So I'll get that up on stream as well. But yeah, was it? Yeah. Okay, so it was it there. I trade live every single day in my live trading room, as I mentioned, which you can hit the link in my bio. And then I did trade live with Andre as well on Monday, as you can see. And I think I took Robinhood and NVDA long, so I do believe, if I can remember correctly. But yeah, you can go rewatch that over there as well, right? Or on the Edgeful channel. Been feeling burn focus throughout the day, too intense, trying to have a more relaxed focus. Yeah, that's exactly what I've been trying to focus on too. Sometimes when you wake up in South Africa, I mean, you do have the whole day. The market only opens at 4:30 p.m. South African time, and sometimes you don't really need to be doing too much beforehand. But when you're on the desk for quite some time, you can feel burnt out. That's for sure. News coming out now at the moment, not really doing much on the index. It's having the VIX and Nasdaq side by side helped me a ton with my entries. Nice. How's that helped you, having the VIX up? So the VIX is trading underneath $20 at the moment. Normally when the VIX is trading higher, we do have more of a sell-off. Obviously the VIX being coming down this week, which makes sense why indexes are going up. Right. Yeah. How's it kind of helped you? I just like to have a look at where the VIX is actually sitting in terms of, volatility as well, for sure. Okay, so news not really doing too much. As I did mention, we have been making kind of like these lower highs here. pre-market. So let's just be aware of that, and then just pick our spots well coming into the open, right? Any more questions here? Pre-market normally going to go for about 30 minutes right now. I'll just speak about thoughts on the market commentary, what I'm seeing at today, and then I will be in my live trading room in a bit. Remember, again, I'm going to repeat it. No market open tomorrow. You can come check out Edgeful in my link in bio as well. And then there is my live trading room too. Oh, well, do you only trade New York session yourself? Yeah, I think the thing for me as well is if personally for me, when I'm feeling the urge to take a trade, that definitely can lead to lack of focus. Whereas when you are just waiting for your setup to come, it makes it a lot more easier. I draw support and resistance levels on the VIX, and when it tests those levels or break, I enter nice. Interesting. I've never seen. Yeah, I don't personally use the VIX to plan trades myself, but I do like to see where it is trading at. Yeah, and then Edgeful as well. Nice. What are some of the reports that you like on Edgeful, Monty? Your side. Yeah, pretty much all sessions. Yeah, that's a thing. It does. You can feel burnout when you do trade a lot of sessions. That's why I've just been trying to stick to that New York session for now. So market's not really doing too much on that news. It's going to actually bring up that calendar. Unemployment claims. Coming out better than forecast. Unemployment claims 226, coming out at 216. But not really doing too much to spark on the indexes at the moment. It's crazy. Last week, Friday, I liked those longs. So let's just go to like a 15-minute time frame up here. So last week, Friday, I liked those longs as long as we hold that session lows, and you can go rewatch those streams as well. I took the YM longs twice as well as the Tesla long, and I was just a little bit early before this massive pump up in the afternoon. Yes, rallied off those lows, over 100 points. So yeah, just a little bit premature on my entry sometimes this week, and that's definitely something that I am working on myself. Just more focus. Just more focus. So coming into the open today, come to the screener. If you are trading futures contracts, smaller size will help because the ranges have been a lot bigger. I can actually bring that up for you as well. So let's go over the ADR. So in the last couple, let's just get the ADR on. You can see ADR on the ES has been 57, 56, 59. So it's been moving pretty big compared to the ADR previously. So just keep that in mind, and we can put that ADR tool. It can go like this. Let's just put back. Let's go like this. Display limit. I think if we put back, let's just put back 30 days, and it will print back. Previously, look here, 37, 36, 33, 38, and now it's trading well above 50. So the average daily range has definitely picked up. 35, 32, 28, 27. So beginning of November, we're trading at an ADR of 27 points, and now we're trading in the 50. So almost double, right? Almost double compared to what we were trading at, where we're trading at now. So you got to lower your size. You got to lower your size if you are trading futures contracts. Right. ADR up, volatility increases, 24. So start of November, we're trading at about a 25, 23, 24 ADR. And now currently we are trading at, there you go. We are trading at a 57 ADR. So double, right? And that's, again, you need to lower the risk on that. That's actually an interesting chat as well, which we will speak about on my stream today. And that's where you do just have to lower size, because, you know, the bigger swings, they can knock you out. And that's something that I've been maybe needing to be better at. We're trading at previous week's highs at the moment. So that, you know, well above weekly VWAP. So longs are on play, but I think just be careful of the longs here. I will say that. Just be careful of the longs. I don't want us to, you know, start buying at highs. I think that can be quite tough at times. Although markets are moving higher, you don't want to get in front of anything like that. So it's either flat or, you know, unless I see some shorting potential, just keep it easy and trade one day at a time. Perfect. So we're going to wrap up here in the next couple of minutes. Any last questions for you guys in the chat here before I do head off? Now I'm noticing a rotation from NASDAQ to the Russell, hence the Russell outperformance. Yeah, that's also like why YM's been outperforming the ES and NQ as well. I do like to buy the strongest index if I'm looking for longs, and short the weakest index if I'm looking for shorts. Yeah, that's a good point. Yes, this week is up from the open. This week, yes, is up 2.19%, and YM is up from the weekly open. Yeah, 2% as well. But we have seen bigger moves on the YM for sure. I mean, look at these wicks on YM yesterday. We were up on the open, then all the way back down, and then we rally again. I mean, that's a wick in the first 30 minutes. That wick on YM is 400 points. See, so volatility definitely back. You have to lower your sizing and widen those stops. I mean, the average daily range on YM at the moment is probably over 200 points. Yeah. Okay, so 75. Interesting. 81. Okay. So still, yeah, but yesterday's rally from the lows there to the highs was 800 points. That's pretty big. That is pretty big. It's probably 750 points at 75. Sure. So I hope that you guys have a good session. I'll be in my live trading room, and then Friday again as well with Andre. Will be on as well. Take it easy. Wait for that first hour to print if you can't find anything clear in the first 15 minutes. And then we'll see you guys on Friday for trading live with Andre. And he's had some nice trades. I've had some nice trades in our streams. Some good talking points as well. So if you want a live stream to come join me in my live stream, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday and Monday with Andre. What's up, KB? Good to have you on. How's your week been, KB? Before we wrap up here, how's your week been? Yeah, the orb report and the initial balance. Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm looking at. And then opening candle continuation, of course. Sure. So again, last one, keep it tight. If you don't find anything clean today, there is a break tomorrow. So make sure to get some rest. I think a lot of the times we're trying to push as day traders. We can have great times, but when you are finding that lack of focus, just get some rest. And then there is Thanksgiving. Enjoy Thanksgiving. If you are in America, watch some football, relax, chill with the family, and then come back for Friday, shorter trading day, and end of the week strong. We'll see you guys then. We'll call it here. Have a good one. Appreciate your time. And we'll see you in the live chat and on my trading room the rest of the trading day. Perfect. Cheers, guys. Have a good one.